Hello guys, welcome back. Merlin here, and today we're going to be jumping into a new deck I've created. I do want to apologize if there is a fan sound in the back. It is 95 degrees out, and that fan is the only thing keeping me sane, so I do apologize in advance. So, the deck we're going to be jumping into is called Izzet Prowess. Now, I realize the Prowess is gone, has been gone since Khans of Tarkir, but I kind of feel like in a way Wizards of the Coast has brought it back in many incarnations, and that's what this deck is all about. The different forms that kind of remind me of Prowess. For those of you who are too new to the game to understand Prowess or not quite sure of how it works, or for those of you that are feeling a little nostalgic, Prowess was an ability carried by the Jeskai tribe of, well, clan slash tribe, however you want to say it, of Khans of Tarkir. So, what it does is for every instant or sorcery spell that you cast, your creature would get plus however much to its power, but it did not increase its toughness. So you could end up with a very high powered creature, but still have that little bit of weakness off from the toughness. So, a card that again reminds me of that would be Stormkin. Our Runaway Steamkin. I'm sorry, Runaway Steamkin. For every red spell you cast, put a +1/+1 counter on him. Sprite Dragon. For every non-creature spell you cast, put a +1/+1 counter on him. Nadir Kraken, draw, and if you pay one, you get a +1/+1 counter plus a tentacle. Not really reminding me of Prowess, but he's in there just for the draw factor off from like Opt, along with his Ominous Seas. Chandra just creates a couple red elementals, plus she brings the instant sorceries back to me that I can cast. Slaying Fire is one of those instant sorceries. Ionize. Lord Drakus, again, brings the target instant sorcery card from my graveyard to my hand whenever he mutates. Riel, the Everwise. Riel, the Everwise gets a +1/+0 for each instant sorcery card in your graveyard. Whenever you discard one or more cards for the first time each turn, draw that many cards. We Dragonauts are basically the living incarnation of Prowess in this current set. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Crackling Drake, his power and toughness is equal to, well, his power is equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards in the graveyard. Rao, Storm Conduit, he's in there to allow me to make copies of these spells to double cast them. Plus, every time I cast an instant or sorcery or I copy it, I get to deal 1 point of damage to opponent or planeswalker. Now, Niv Mizzet Parun, I still have not figured out the right formula to trigger him like the old style Izzet Machine Gun. He's mainly in there because he's a 5/5 flyer. He can't be countered. And whenever you draw a card, he deals 1 damage to any target. Whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery spell, I get to draw a card. So I cast an instant or sorcery. He's out. I draw a card. Deal a point of damage. And rinse, lather, and repeat. All with a 6 island, 6 mountain, 4 steam vents, and 2 temples of epiphany. So let's take it into battle and see how it works. We're going to switch over to Izzet Prowess. Now, for those of you who want to help support the channel, hit the sub button, smash that little bell next to it, get notified when I go live. Come join the community, guys. We are going by leaps and bounds every day. And with that being said, let's jump back into it. So we're going to pop down. Ooh. Yeah, we'll keep. And the card we're going to send away is the Crackling Drake. I mean, Nadir Kraken still has a double cost, but at least his will be a little better versus having to pay 2 red and 2 blue. We'll opt. We're not going to opt into a Lava Coil. I don't need it. I need mana. Well, that didn't help. Now, bear with me, guys. This deck is brand spanking new, and it may take a little while just to kind of figure out the bugs in it. And I'm already seeing a bug. I'm not drawing. There we go. Never mind. Bug fixed. All right, we dropped Dorat. My opponent might be getting mana screwed. And now would be the best time to take advantage of that. I see some white mana. And we are now, I'd say, turn 3 in. And still no mana for him. Now, there was a gentleman who commented on my previous video of how streamers only stream cards that are decks that are constantly winning or what have you, or they only show their constant winning. And we're going to place this over it. Bring back Opt. Swing for 2. The thing is, I don't do that. I do stream. Some of my decks do have a pretty good win ratio during the matches, but I will stream a deck regardless of how it functions, just because I'm trying to give you guys kind of like a broader variety of decks that you can try to tinker with, play with. So, with that being said, to each their own. There we go. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to Opt. We're going to try and make as much out of this turn as humanly possible. Yeah, actually, we're going to keep him right where he's at. I'm going to draw him. We're going to Lava Coil his Daxos. They're going to get more +1/+1 counters. Swing for 7. Now, I do have to say, if my opponent hadn't gotten mana screwed, this would be a completely different match right now. He would easily have me cornered 6 ways till Sunday. So what we're going to do is, in all fairness of a true play test, we're going to do one more match and see what comes of it. Nail him for 4 mana. They get counters. He's probably going to pull at this point. And that's basically lethal damage game. Okay, he didn't fold. My hat's off to you. Okay, so we saw the kind of how the deck briefly works. So the next thing we're going to do is jump into another match and see how that comes of it. I'll take my free coins, my free XP, thank you. Alright, so we'll try again. Hopefully I don't get mana screwed. Now for my multicolored decks, I usually run about 18 mana. My buddy says I should run 20 to 24. Well, that's not bad. I just can't bring myself to do it just because I never have much luck when I run 20 mana. I always end up actually seeing more mana than I actually need. Okay, so we're going to start off with Temple of Epiphany. We're going to scry into a Crackling Drake. We don't need him yet because there's nothing in the graveyard to fuel him. Nice thing is I have just enough red mana to be dropping cards like Slaying Fire and all that fun stuff. So we're going to drop this. We're going to go Ominous Seas. We're going to hard cast it. And we'll get a nice off from him. And probably what we're going to do is start focusing more on Nadir Kraken. So we'll pay the 2 life for that. We'll drop Nadir Kraken. Unless he's got something to kill it. Nope. Alright. At least not yet anyways. Now in my next move, we'll drop the Steam Vents. We will take another 2-point hit. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to have to kill that. Does that have hexproof? That does not have hexproof. Alright. We're going to auto-pay it. We're going to drop this for the red mana. We're going to target Questing Beast. We're going to pay the Adamant cost. And Slaying Fire deals 4 damage. Swing for 3. Now, what I love about this deck is the fact that this deck is pretty reliable from what I can see. I've already got the mana in place to cast pretty much everything. My mana peaks out at about 4. There are some cards above it, but this is the breakout peak. This is where we pretty much stand. And let's see. Okay. So she created a 3/3. I draw. I'm going to auto pay. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hold off and I'm going to wait to cast Ionize. We're going to swing, go for her. She'll probably throw her 3/3 beast in front of me. And, oh, okay. I'm kind of shocked. So he didn't want to throw the 3/3 beastie. Now for that, guys, it kind of depends on his strategy. Is she important? Is he holding another one in hand? That kind of thing. Okay, so he's going to give it Shadow Spear. Makes it a 4/4 trample with lifelink. And yeah, there's going to be no Mantle of the Wolf. Nope. Sorry, Charlie. What I will do is I will throw my Tentacle in front of him. I realize I'm going to take 3 overkill damage. He'll gain 4 life. Oh, there we go. Alright. I will auto-pay. I will cast this, target that, pay the adamant cost, swing for 6. Now, he's got to be able to get that creature out again in order to equip Shadow Spear. Now, will he? Oh, okay. Thanks. Auto pay. GG. I'm not going to make a draw out. I'm just going to swing. Yeah. So he just colossified my 20. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I'll take it. That was overly awesome of him. So as we can see, the deck does work. It is fast. It is, well, it's equal parts fast and equal parts reliable is what I want to go for. So if we take another look at this, what we saw featured, we didn't see any Runaway Steamkins, which is okay. We saw Sprite Dragons. We saw the Nadir Kraken. We saw Slaying Fire. We saw Wee Dragonauts. We saw some use of Lord Drakus. So all in all, I'd say the deck was pretty reliable. I'm going to find some ways to kind of bump up the draw to make better use of Ominous Seas. I'm also thinking about kind of taking out Chandra Acolyte of Flame in more favor of the Royal Scions. So Royal Scion. These guys, mainly because they do have a draw a card, discard a card ability. And that's what I need for Ominous Seas to trigger. Plus, I do need to get my decks pretty much set for when M20 does drop. And I'm not really losing or adding a cost, so we'll get rid of this. We'll add them. Okay, so the Royal Scions are in. The best part about them is they can give a creature +2/+0 and give it first strike and trample until end of turn. Plus, their negate ability is to draw 4 cards, which would be 4 counters on Ominous Seas. And when I do draw those 4 cards, the Royal Scions deal damage to any target equal to the number of cards in hand. So yeah, we're going to use them. That should work things out a lot better. As always, guys, I want to thank you guys for dropping in. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, hit me up in the comment section below. And as always, guys, thanks for dropping in, and I will see you guys next time.